Why would I recommend dating somebody famous? No. No, I would not. I find that, if a man's in the limelight and it's very rare to find one that's like, I'm going to work for this relationship. This is what I want. And, I'm gung ho about being with one person and we going to make this thing ride out. Like, because they are who they are and you're just one of maybe millions of women that want them, they're going to be like, yeah, I don't have to work for you. I don't have to try to make this work. You've got to make this work. You've got to compromise. You've got to reconcile within your mind about what this is, not me. Period.
So, for those who don't know, this is Tyrese's, the singer Tyrese's, soon to be ex-wife, Samantha Lee, formerly Samantha Lee Gibson. And I believe she's answering questions. Somebody asked her about, whether or not she should or they should, would she advise women to date high status men, men of a lot of means and all that other good stuff. And you guys heard her answer on what she said. Now, people asked what my thoughts were on this. And to sum it up really quickly, I think it's very interesting. By the way, this is only a short clip of a much longer conversation she has on her page, but I think it's very interesting that she's saying from experience that in dating dudes who have all of these things that a lot of women want, it doesn't translate into things that she and what I'm pretty sure a lot of women would want. It translates into selfishness. It translates into, what dare I say, narcissism. It translates into having to fight for a relationship by yourself. It translates into, even though you're in a relationship, or even in her case, a marriage, being treated like you're just another number. Now, I'm not going to negate anything that she's saying because she's speaking her truth, but I would go so far as to say that's not about a man having money. That's not about a man having a lot of status, fame, success, or anything like that. That's about a man's mentality or his maturity or lack thereof. That's about a man having a shopping mentality instead of an investment mentality. This was something that was broken down to me by my mentor, Paul Brunson, several years ago. But essentially, it's like this. Anybody can have a shopping mentality. We pretty much come out the womb with a shopping mentality. That's when we weren't ready to dabble into just about anything. Your eyes is on everything. You want to try on everything. You don't really have a true focus. You don't really have a true plan. You're just coming in hoping to kind of taste test around and stuff like that. An investment mentality is the exact opposite. It's the mentality that, you know what? I know what I want. I know the criteria. And once I put my name on it, once I say this is mine, this is getting all my energy. This is getting my focus. I'm going to make this work. I'm going to put my full self, throw my full self into making this work. And that's not about money. I get that the money and stuff can influence that, but I've seen dudes who ain't got a pot to piss in, a window to throw it out of, who got that mentality, a shopping mentality. They'll get in a relationship and they out here still begging for options. Some of them willing to pay for options, and the same thing vice versa. I know some brothers and some women, mostly women, who have plenty of options. Like a lot of women watching this, y'all let me know. You can have just about any dude that you want. You can sleep with him. You can use him for his money. You can do this, that, and the other because of how you look. But once you've made your choice, once you have somebody on your radar, it's like tunnel vision. The options are a non-factor. And that's a matter of maturity and growth. Something that, I'm not happy to say, but the reality is a lot of guys are underdeveloped when it comes to that. It's specific to how it translates to relationships. That's the reality. It's not aspirational. I'm just going to be real with y'all. And the reality is also that a lot of women are willing to be okay with that so that they're not single. But that doesn't mean it has to be your reality. This woman right here, she's proof. It doesn't have to be your reality. If a man is not willing to step up, if he's not willing to grow out of that, if he's not willing to invest, you can walk away. Or if you're already single, then you can just choose to wait until it's right. Now, those aren't the only two choices that you have in a situation like this. Men do have the ability to change. Men do have the ability to grow up. Men do have the ability to shape their behavior. But if you're already in a relationship with a man who has to do all of that because he came into the relationship and he wasn't ready, don't go for the okie doke that's all that's needed in order to course correct. He just has to change his behavior. He just has to change his ways. No, there's two processes that have to happen. Both the change behavior and the healed heart from what happened before he changed his behavior. There's a two-part process in terms of course correcting from that perspective. I talk way more in depth about that in my book, Heal Together Without Hurting Each Other. So if you want to know more about it, click the link down in the caption or up in the bio or wherever you see it. But the moral of the story is this. Her video and really her whole situation really disproves two things that we're hearing a lot of these days. The first one is that as women, you have to be cute enough. You got to be a certain size. You got to be baby daddy less. You got to be this, that, and the other in order to get what you deserve out of a relationship. When the truth is, a man doesn't treat you according to how cute you are, what stretch marks you don't have, what cellulite that you don't have, how old you are, what money you got, what baby daddies you got. A man treats you according to the character that he had before he even met you. This is proof. This is further validation, should I say. I've been saying this for years. The second thing I love about this message is that it further shows that even if a man has a lot of options, you know, like put it like this: a man may have a lot of options and be of a high value to the masses, but if that man is as invested and as infatuated with those options as those options are infatuated with him, he'll never be of true value to a woman who wants something real. And the reality is, a lot of women, they're willing to settle for that, but it doesn't have to be your reality. So y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. I want to hear your thoughts. Again, Heal Together Without Hurting Each Other. My new book is available now at the link down in the caption where I go way more into detail about this. I'll let y'all later. Y'all be good. Peace.